Welcome to the end.
Hey guys, welcome to Square One PvP. Today I'm going to be discussing how to set up a drag bubble, and I guess first things first, what I'm doing is I just dropped a bubble, a mobile small warp disruptor bubble, and I'm anchoring it. What this is supposed to do is when you're warping from the gate you're coming from to the outbound gate, this will pull you through your warp to zero into the drag bubble. So what a lot of people do is they'll camp these and catch like haulers and stuff that come into them. So a good way to avoid them is to like bounce celestials like planets, the sun, that kind of stuff, and a lot of the time you'll be able to avoid. But what I'm doing right now is I'm lining up the bubble, the gate that I'm sitting on, which would be the outbound gate for the oncoming ships, and then with the gate that they're warping from. So you get these like lined up like a gun sight essentially, and then what'll happen, your ship gets sucked into it. So I anchored the bubble. I'm warping over, or speeding up to the gate right now, just waiting for that to deploy. But I'll mention the other kind of things in 0-0 that are just like that. You have ship types that can deploy that stuff as well. Interdictors, which is a destroyer, they can shoot interdictor probes and or warp disruption probes, and it does the exact same thing as that. The other one is a HIC, a heavy interdictor. It's got a warp disruption field generator, and it instantaneously deploys a bubble, and then you can shut the module off, and then it retracts. So it's pretty useful. You'll see a lot of that stuff out in 0-0, but this thing should deploy here in a couple seconds. And then I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. I'll do a demonstration on how it works. So my ship just aligning, bam, there it goes, it deploys. So I'm about to warp off to the gate where I'd be coming from. So, and you can see, maybe, nah. Alright, so in warp, just waiting to land, and then I'll get to it. Alright, so I land on the gate. So I would be jumping through into the system I'm in, V6, and then I would warp to 57 kJB to get out of it. So I'm in warp, I hit warp to 0. That's pretty important just to notice how it works. So I'm in warp, and sure enough, I fly directly past the gate into the warp bubble. And then what would happen is you'd be camping this, or someone else would be camping that, you'd get pointed and then killed. So that's a pretty common tactic that's used in 0-0, and that's a pretty good way to avoid it, is by bouncing celestials and whatnot. But that's it on drag bubbles. Thanks for watching the video, guys.